What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing drift prep on the 240. I have new brakes to go on all the way around. I'm putting the battery in the trunk, and then tomorrow I am doing a steering rack and fixing my oil pan leak. So let's get to it. No. Rear pads and rotors are in. Turns out when you have the right tool, so I didn't have the one that spins and tightens the caliper. I just using a C-clamp, and the 240 has the spinny calipers. So now with the right tool, it was light work. Now we got to do the front. All right, bad news. I ordered the wrong size pads. I didn't realize there was a difference in 240 pads. I ordered this stuff off Rock Auto, and these were like expensive pads, and they are the wrong size. If you look, and we line them up, way bigger. So I ordered O'Reilly's pads, and they're gonna be here tomorrow, and hopefully they're the right size. So we are stuck with no front brakes. Okay, so we had a learning experience today. Those other brake pads I ordered were also the wrong size. So 485, D485, for all my S chassis guys out there, is the code for front brake pads with ABS, and it's like MKD 422 is the code for S13s without ABS. So I needed to order the 422 ones, which I just ordered. They'll be here at like 2 o'clock today. But the ones I just ordered were the wrong size, so I'm gonna go return those. And hopefully the 422 ones will be the right size. I'm actually gonna bring the old pads with me just to double check before I spend any more money. So these pads will work. The pads that came with the kit on cars with ABS. I think the rotors and everything are all the same size, so we should be good there. I didn't know that there was a difference, so at least now I know. Okay, while we wait for our new brake pads to come in, I'm gonna do the battery relocation, because that should be relatively simple, just running some wires, drilling some holes. And I think I can get that done in like 2 hours. And I also don't want to do the rack yet because I want to drive all the parts are at my apartment, and I want to drive the car to go pick them up. So rack will be last. Okay, while I wait for my buddy to bring me to get the front brake pads, I've been doing the battery delete. I still need to take this tray out, but I also deleted the washer tank, and I cleaned up a bunch of the engine bay wiring. I'm gonna clean up a little more over there, just wrap some stuff in electrical tape, you know, make it look nice. Because the bay is actually getting like presentable. I also, I ran the wire all the way to the back. So I have this. I still need to drill the holes for the bracket, but I need to pick up some hardware. So that's on hold for now until I pick up some hardware for that, which I will do when I go to get my brakes. Okay, third time's the charm. I finally have the right brake pads. So let's get the brakes put back together.
Alright, but damn, that's crazy. Alright, well, it'd be cool to see you in FD. I think that would be interesting. Because I know we mentioned before we pressed record about like how TJ has been incredible.
Okay, I'm also replacing these caster arms. I have these adjustable ones that will get it a little shorter, and I want as much caster as possible so this thing drives like aggressive Japanese style. That's the goal. So I'm going to do a lot of caster, and then hopefully a little bit of toe out in the front. So with the added caster, we have clearance issues at lock with the front tub. That's why people usually cut these out and tub them so you have more clearance, but I do not have that. So I have my clearance tool, and we are making clearance. update. And I'm banging this one in so it matches that side. And the battery bracket was in the way. So I'm now cutting out the battery bracket. I put a little hole there, but it's fine. I'll just patch the little hole. It's a pain in the ass because there's like 18 different spot welds that I have to drill out. I'm kind of just like cut it to pieces and I'm trying to pull it off the pry bar, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, battery relocation is done. You can see I got all of that crap cleared out. I sprayed some primer over it so it doesn't rust because it's pretty crusty under there. I had to clearance a little bit in the fender well, but it should be good enough. Okay, so here's the battery in the back. I got this bracket off Amazon, but it's low-key like really stable. It's grounded to the coilover, and the power wire runs like through the carpet. Hopefully this fixes like my parasitic draw. The car is running, which is a good sign. That means that the battery relocation was a success. I'm gonna have to go bed the brakes, something like that. All right, we are back in the garage. I'm doing a steering rack and the oil pan gasket. I genuinely have no power steering system at all, so it's gonna be fun trying to figure out the line situation. There's a bunch of junk down here, and hopefully I can fix this oil leak because there's literally oil everywhere. Okay, I'm ridiculously confused. See, we have these two lines, right? And one should go to the pump and one should go to the reservoir. But instead, they go all the way to the left side of the engine. I really wish they put the... And there's just like nothing over here. Like the reservoir doesn't even go over here. So I'm just so confused. I don't know. All right, rack is ready to drop out. Let's do it. All right, you guys ready? Watch this. Oh yeah. Look at that nasty thing. Oh. Gross. I actually have to reuse that tie rod end, but the rest of it, gross. Okay, I am also doing the oil pan gasket because I have a massive oil leak. So even though I just drained the oil, I have to drain the oil again, which sucks because oil is like 35 bucks, but it is what it is. Oh, fuck. Good one. That was not a good job. Okay, so it's been a while since I talked to you guys last. We are on phone cam because the camera is dead. I got the oil pan all resealed and gasketed down in there. That was a pain getting it off and scraping off all the old silicone and getting it back on. But that's all nice and torqued down. I just rebuilt the power steering pump. I had an S14 pump, which they're the same, it's just a different bracket. So I had to take it off, swap all the brackets over, put the new pump on. This one should hopefully be good. I bought it off Marketplace, so it's kind of scary. I have to finish, I'm tightening that down right now, and then we are good to throw the rack back in and start hooking up lines. Okay, it is currently 4:30 in the morning, but we are adding fluids. What's going on, guys? It's been a couple of days since I talked to you last. I actually lost my camera, but I just found it today. So we are finishing up drift prep today. Let me update you guys where we left off. I got a bunch of work done since I recorded last. So the steering rack is all in there, and our reservoir and stuff, that's all set. It feels great. I also aligned the front end. It's crazy driving this car with power steering after driving it for so long without power steering. Like, completely different car. What else have I gotten done? Fuel pressure regulator to stop it from running rich. I put that in last night. I also have to finish putting in my new alternator. I have it in. It just, the the wires that go into the plug fell out, like they broke. So I gotta rewire those. And what else do I have left to do? Oh, I made a custom seat rail so that I actually fit. Because I bought this PLM seat rail and it was terrible. My head literally touched the ceiling. So I cut the mounting tabs off and put a piece of flat stock and just welded the tabs to the flat stock, and the seat sits ridiculously lower now. Like the top of the seat used to be here and now it's there. So today plans are to finish the alternator install. I'm installing a battery cutoff switch. I still need to align the rear end because the rear toe is terrible. I also got my tires mounted. Sorry guys, I got a lot done. I went to see my buddy Kevin and he got my tires all mounted for me, so thank you, Kevin. So let's get to work. All right, I'm also putting in these like stupid ridiculously expensive NGK iridium plugs I bought a while ago. The old plugs were cooked. Look at this one. This is the cylinder 3 plug. Focus please. Focus please. There you go. Look at that. Absolutely cooked. So hopefully it'll run better with fresh plugs. I haven't done plugs since I like bought the car, so it's probably time. All right, new plugs are in, new fuel pressure regulators in. Alternator should be good now. Let's start it up and see if the alternator is charging. Car is running great. Alternator fuse is blown. I might have blown a couple other fuses too. So I'm gonna do a fuse check and then go get some fuses. We are at the junkyard trying to find a 75 amp fuse. Hopefully we can find something. They have a Miata here with a good rad support and a good fender, so I'm gonna come back for that. All right, I found a couple of 80 amp fuses that I'm gonna make work. There's a couple of other odds and ends fuses that I grabbed that I needed anyway, so that was nice. But I found one, there was one Maxima with the 75 I needed, and they literally were not using the fuse anymore, so that's unfortunate. This thing's pretty cool. Old Jaguar. Look at this Crown Vic. Stanced right out. Look at that. Fire extinguisher ready. Got the bucket. Pretty sick. Let's hope these 80 amp fuses work. Okay, the fuse fits perfectly right in there. It doesn't have the clip that holds it in place, but I'm not worried about it. So that is good. I also picked up some other fuses that I was missing. So maybe some other stuff will start working. I have to let my jump pack charge a little bit so I can start the car because it doesn't have enough charge left to jump it. And then we will see how it's doing. When I started it last, it was running super good. Like honestly, like better than it's been running in a while. So that's good. Now, I'm gonna mount my fire extinguisher. All right, the battery charger is fully charged up, so let's go see if it charges. Start time. Alright, last steps tomorrow. Oh, I also got the fire extinguisher mounted. I might try and get one more clamp just for the bottom so it doesn't hang so low. But she's in there. Tomorrow, paint front wheels, and we're done. Alright, I just got the car all nice and washed, and I cleaned these wheels, so I'm gonna paint them right now. Also, somehow I fixed the wipers. The wipers work now. Let me show you guys. I don't know how, but like I was sitting at the car wash and I was like, oh, I did plug some random fuses in that I was missing. So I think that might be what fixed it. But when we turn our key here, I have to fix them because they stop in the middle for some reason. And they should not be stopping in the middle. Watch, you ready? Bang. That's called a working wiper, baby. It's actually really nice because now if it rains for Lock City, I have wipers that work. So I can actually see where I'm going. Plan right now is take all the wheels off, get them prepped and painted. And then while it's painted and I have the entire car in the air, I'm gonna nut and bolt check everything. So just gotta lift this thing up. I also bought steering rack bushings that should be here tomorrow. That's gonna be the last thing I throw on because these rack bushings are awful and it makes terrible noises because the rack bushings suck and the rack is moving. So I have some poly rack bushings that I'm also gonna throw in before the event. It's like 4 bolts. I'm not that worried about it. Yeah. The plan for painting these wheels is I'm just gonna Scotch-Brite it and get all the faces and stuff and then lay some paint down. I want to get the barrel too. That would be nice. So I think I'm gonna paint them like standing up.
Let's just walk through it. Tell me everything I want. Yeah.
All right, wheels are fully painted. There's Harry. Wheels are fully painted and they came out fire. I just gotta rip the tape off and throw them on the car. I also just nut and bolt checked everything. Everything was good and tight. So yeah, let's throw the wheels on. Okay, final day of drift prep. We are back at the garage. I have my new rack bushings. I'm gonna throw those in really quick. And then get my car all packed and loaded up and then ready to go. I also want to go to the store and get like food and stuff to drink because track stuff is super expensive. So if I can buy it for cheap, I might as well get some waters, maybe a cooler. I think I'm gonna bring the Easy up and set it up at my pit because why not? All right, new rack bushings are in. I just have to lower it down to see how it is. Did I mention how awesome these white wheels look? I don't remember if I showed you guys, but it looks so absolutely fire on the white Johns. And they literally look like brand new wheels. Like it's insane what like 2 coats of paint can do to a wheel. Because I'm sure you guys remember what they looked like before. They did not look that freaking good. Anyways, let's lower this thing down, start it up, get the power steering going, and see if I got rid of the noise. Much better. All right, let's pack tools. Look at how nice and organized my toolbox is, guys. I can't remember the last time it looked this good. Oh. Now I just need to get impact sockets and the impact, and we're ready to go and load up. Future Jacob coming to you. I forgot to film an outro to this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm filming this after the drift event and everything went great. I can't wait to film that video and show you guys how everything went. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the event video.